Have you seen, I'm sure everybody's fucking seen it. I know you've seen it, but there's been an update here. Have you seen this article that came out from MSNBC?
The one they did about me without naming my name or my 75 hard program, and then tried to act like it wasn't about me. Right. Yes, I've seen it. Yeah. And they figured out finally that every time they name me or 75 hard, that it blows it the fuck up.
Dude.
So now they just left me out.
Well, so for those of you guys who don't know, MSNBC put out this article. And this was one of their tweets that they tweeted out, posting this article. It says the far right's obsession with fitness is going digital. Okay. But it backfired in their face because this Fox News did an interview. All right. And I have this headline here of this article. Man down 113 pounds tells MSNBC not to politicize getting healthy after column ties fitness to far right. It's a fucking awesome article read. Awesome article read. I thought we could dive into it a little bit.
I haven't seen this.
Dude, it's fucking great. It's fucking great. So the article goes, it says, a man who lost 113 pounds over the past year called out MSNBC for a column tying white supremacists and Adolf Hitler to physical fitness. You were in the article a little bit.
I was?
It says, quote, please leave fitness.
I was about to get excited, dude.
So it says, quote, please leave fitness and getting healthy out of the polarization we see in every aspect of American life. Dave Dana, who's 31, told Fox News, quote, I can't stress enough how not interested I am in someone's personal politics at the gym. Makes sense to me. He says, quote, my hope is that we can set aside the clickbait articles like this and focus on mental health and physical health and move forward, he continued. MSNBC columnist Cynthia Miller Idris wrote in her piece, quote, pandemic fitness trends have gone extreme, literally, that researchers discovered, quote, fascist fitness groups online that are radicalizing young men with neo-Nazi and white supremacist extremist ideologies. She said young men are first lured in, quote, with health tips and strategies for positive physical changes, then are later invited to closed group chats and exposed to far-right content. This column was written back in 2022.
Let me stop here. They have no problem promoting far left content everywhere we fucking look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just state that. All right, you don't think there's nothing wrong with that? I'm just saying.
Well, I mean,
and what is far right?
I was just about to say what's the definition?
Far right is everything that isn't far left.
Exactly.
That's the definition they're working off of.
The big
now they're trying to make it seem like they're talking about white supremacy and fucking neo-Nazism and Klan and all this shit. Like they're out jogging together.
Yeah, link it. Where's it at?
Fuck out of here, dude.
I want to join one.
Yeah.
Well, so the article was written way back in 2022, but Fox News writes, it says it got renewed attention this week after MSNBC tweeted a link to it. And that's the one that we just showed here earlier.
Oh.
Quote, the far right's obsession with fitness is going digital. So Dave Dana said it was disheartening to see MSNBC dragging exercise, which has provided positivity in his life, into something as incredibly counterproductive as American politics. Quote, I wouldn't want to turn off any segment of the population from joining a gym, from working on their health, because they might not want to be associated with the alt-right. I don't want to be associated with the alt-right either, Dana said. Quote, but that's not what I get from working out. Dana started his fitness journey in June of 2022 after he stepped on the scale and saw an error message because he exceeded the maximum 400-pound limit.
That'll do it.
A year later, he's down 113 pounds and has gained a following on Twitter from his daily motivational post about his progress. Quote, I specifically don't talk about politics. I don't talk about the culture war in my journey, Dana said. Quote, I don't do that specifically because my hope in what I see in the real world 99% of the time is that exercise, fitness, weight loss, and health is for everybody, except those on the far left. I'm just being honest here. Although Miller Idris acknowledged that fitness is mostly a hobby that is enjoyable and rewarding for brain health and overall well-being, she said its intersection with extremism, quote, leans into a shared obsession with the male body, training, masculinity, testosterone, strength, and competition. Yeah.
Yes,
it does.
indeed.
Science. So it wraps up here, man. I thought this was a great story. I got his progress pictures here. But Dana said he believes these are popular buzzwords the media uses to get clicks.
Correct.
Quote, they understand what will get people on both sides riled up, and they use that, he said. Miller Idris also wrote that fitness and violent hypermasculinity have always been central to the far right and linked physical fitness to Hitler. She said, quote, in Mein Kampf, Hitler fixated on boxing and jiu-jitsu, believing they could help him create an army of millions.
Uh-oh, they're throwing Dana White in here now, too.
Dana White's getting thrown up in there, yeah. And here's the weird thing, though. As a Jewish man, Dave Dana said he doesn't appreciate likening anything to Nazi mentality. Quote, I don't think it's relevant or useful to make that comparison, he told Fox News. And even if you're going to make it, I think it falls flat of what they were trying to do. Very, very interesting. So here's Dave Dana. Here's his progress pictures. This is just a year
awesome,
in.
dude.
You know?
Killing it.
Yeah, I just thought it was fucking great. So Andy, what do you got on this?
That's not him.
What's wrong?
Who's that?
Huh? That's Hitler working out.
Bro. Is that a real guy?
Yeah, that's a real guy.
Holy shit. He walks around like that?
I guess so.
Because that's like a brand new picture.
That's real.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right. What do I got?
Yeah, but real shit. What do you got? I think this is like, it gives us a glimpse into like what a normal person living in America, how they feel.
Yeah.
And I think
we're tired of the shit, dude.
And we had this pandemic that killed a lot of overweight people. Like, let's be honest, right? And so, I mean, here's a guy who probably was scared shitless when that happened.
Well, let's state some clarifying observations. Number one, we've talked about on this show many of times why they want you to believe that big is beautiful and that 400 pounds is healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that is because they know that if you are of that mindset, that you are going to consume their food, which is full of chemicals. It's fake food. And you're going to consume it as a mega consumer. You're also going to consume their data, which they feed you on their phone, which means you're consuming their propaganda. And they also know that if you get to be that size, you're going to be sick and you're going to require their medication. And if you're that big and you're that propagated and you're that sick and you require their medication, you're probably not much of a threat to them. All right. So that's what we're talking about here. And this is why when we say personal excellence is the ultimate rebellion, it makes sense why they villainize this kind of stuff and people like me and my program, Live Hard, which you can get for free, by the way, not a plug, at episode 208. All right. I'll change your fucking life. Secondly, typically far left people don't believe in fitness. Okay. At all. Because to believe in fitness, you have to believe in a core fundamental belief that when you put work in, you get a result, which is contrary to their entire perspective on reality. They believe that everything should be equal. And they believe that when someone else has something that they deserve part of that in order to make the whole, right? So the fundamental like misunderstanding of reality by these people who are on the far left makes them not gym goers or fitness people anyway. Mm-hmm. It's just something they don't believe in. And this is why when you see these people with, you know, that have the typical look. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but let's be real.
No bone structure, no muscles.
No, they all look the same, bro. Yeah. They got fucking
starving.
Listen, it's one of two looks. It's either I'm super vegan and I look very unhealthy. I'm very thin and I've got, you know, I got blue hair, pink hair, yellow hair. I got something weird that screams attention. Okay.
Yeah.
Or I'm a huge, disgusting blob of a person who's on the internet screaming my ideologies, who's never accomplished fucking shit in their entire life because they don't believe in accomplishment. They believe in entitlement. All right. So here's the bottom line on all this shit. These people represent a very tiny minority of this country, and they have been propped up through technology for over a decade to believe that they are setting the standard, and they do not set the fucking standard. And do you know why Hitler stressed physical fitness so much? You know why? Because he actually believed that his citizens should be excellent examples of Germany. Mm-hmm. And he believed that if we were stronger citizens, then we would actually be more capable of being more productive, be a better society. And you know what? That's actually fucking true. Whether anybody wants to call it fucking inaccurate or whatever, or they want to say it's this or it's that, that's actually true. Okay? So, this shit is absurd. Keep writing articles about me, though, because, guys, I love it. Because, like, when you write those articles, my shit goes up. So don't be so shy next time. Just call me by my fucking name. I'm totally cool with it.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah. And then, dude, like, massive props to Dave Dana, man.
Yeah, fucking amazing, dude.
One thing real quick, what I love about
Look how
this
much
picture,
happier he looks.
I was just about to point that out, bro. Like you see the picture before, and, like, he has a smile. He probably told people he was happy. He probably told everything was fine. But his after of a year, you see genuine happiness there.
Yeah. And dude, when he loses his next 100, which he's gonna do because he's already killing it, and he gets to be, jacked and buff and all this shit, he's gonna feel even better. And then they're gonna call him a fucking. And
then you're on our side.
No, but see, this is what happens.
Yeah.
He will get attacked by these people who probably used to be cool to him, and it will push him further to that side.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works. You have a lot of common sense people who 4 years ago they would have said, I don't really identify with, who are saying, nah, dude, I actually identify with the right because they represent what I stand for, and you guys are fucking assholes. And so these people are such bullies, and they've been used to bullying, right? Because there has been no repercussions. For 10 years on social media, they've ran the fucking show. If you don't say one thing if you say one thing they don't agree with, you're ruined. And they've empowered this very small percentage with favorable algorithms, bot usage, favorable preference on their traffic, all these things to make them believe that they hold the power. And it's very easy to believe that you hold the power when they suppress everybody else and cancel everybody else and fuck everybody else's lives up. And so what we're dealing with is the hangover of the far left believing they still control the narrative, which they fucking do not. And if you don't believe me, look at what's happening to Bud Light. Okay. And I got a lot to say about that too, but the reality is people aren't buying this shit anymore. They're not buying this shit. They're not going. If you own a company and you're forced your fucking political ideologies down on people, they're going to reject it. And I believe that's going to be any political ideologies other than the core fundamental ideologies that America is supposed to stand for, which is that we're all here. This is all our place. We're all cool. Treat people nice, do good things, work hard, stand up, speak up, be proud, and treat each other good. And those things, America made, pro-America job. That's the culture that's going to win in business for the next fucking 20 years. Okay. So any of you big companies, any of you CEOs, I know a lot of you guys listen to the show. If you fucking go with this shit, just understand you're going to fucking destroy your own brand.
It's real shit, man.